Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, today I want to tell you about data analysis. Before that, I want to introduce myself. My name is Afifah Ikrimah from class 5BA. So let us begin. So in data analysis, especially I want to tell you about quantitative data analysis because qualitative data is include data analysis. So I will explain more about quantitative data analysis. Okay, introduction. For quantitative analysis involves the techniques by which researchers convert data to numerical forms and subject them to statistical analysis, and involves techniques involves task of converting data into knowledge. Yeah. From baby 2010. Yeah. His opinions that about quantification of data, the numerical representation and manipulation of observation for the purpose of describing and explaining the phenomena that those observation reflect. This is the preparations for you that you have to prepare quantitative data. First, editing. Data must be inspected for completeness and consistency. Example, a respondent may not answer the question on the marriage, for example, and but in other questions, respondent answer that he or she had been married for 10 years and has 3 children. And for missing data, elimination of questionnaire, missing less than less than more than 10% of the total response, and involves a quantification process of converting data into numerical form, for coding and data entry. And for data transform is changing data into new format. Types of variable analysis. This is include for quantitative data analysis. One variable, univariate, example age and gender, and two variables, bivariate, example gender and CGPA, and last variables, for example age, education, and prejudice. Univariate analysis is the analysis of a single variables. In the quantitative data analysis, there are an univariate analysis because it's important for get quantitative data. Univariate analysis doesn't involve relationship between two or more variables. Its purpose is more toward descriptive rather than explanatory. Distribution. A frequency distribution is counts of the number of response to a question or to the occurrence of a phenomenon of interest. Obtained for all the personal data or classification variables gives researchers some general picture about the dispersion as well as maximum and minimum response. This is the formula for quantitative data. To present data in form of average. First mean sum of values. Sum of values divided total number of cases. So this is the formula of to present data quantitative data analysis. And the second mode is most frequency occurring attribute. And the third, median, middle attribute in the rank distribution of observed attribute. Dispersion, distribution of values around some central values, such as such an average. Yeah, for example, range is the distance separating the highest from the lowest value, and variance to describe the variability of distribution, and standard deviation. Continuous and discrete variables. Continuous variables. A variable can take on any value between two specific values, an infinite number of values, and also known as quantitative variable. Example, income and age. Discrete variable. A variable whose attributes are separate from one another and also known as qualitative variables. Yeah. So in quantitative data, use continuous variables. Subgroup comparison in quantitative data. Different and multivariate analysis and primarily at explanation. Before turning into explanation, we should consider the case of subgroup description. This, for example, in table marijuana legalization by age of respondents, 2004. Collapsing respondent categories, combining the two operate a range of variants to get better picture of meaningful analysis. Yeah, this is the examples. The table, attitudes toward the United Nations. How is the United Nations doing in solving the problems it has to face? Handling don't knows. Yeah, whether to include or exclude the don't knows is harder to decide. Numerical description in qualitative research. Yeah. So this is, yeah, it's not include quantitative data analysis, but I just explain it. The findings, the discussions are also relevant to qualitative studies. The findings of in-depth qualitative studies often can be varied by some numerical testing. Example, David Silverman wants to compare the cancer treatments received by patients in private clinics with those in Britain's National Health Service. Bifurcate analysis encourages to unified analysis subgroups comparison involve two variables. The second subgroup comparisons constitute a kind of bifurcate analysis and the analysis of two variables simultaneously. However, as with unified analysis, the purpose of subgroup comparison is largely descriptive. Most bifurcate analysis is social research adds on another element. This example presented in a table. Yeah. Constructor and reading bifurcate tables. Step involved in constructing of explanatory bifurcate tables. First, the cases are divided into groups according to attribute of the independent variables. The second, each of these subgroups is then described in terms of attribute of the independent variables. And the last, the table is read by comparing the independent variable subgroup with one another in terms of a given attribute of the dependent variable. Multivariate analysis. Yeah. and quantitative data analysis. Then the analysis of the simultaneous relationship among several variables. Example, the effects of religious attendance, gender, and age would be an example of multivariate analysis. Sociological diagnosis is a quantitative analysis techniques for determining the nature of social problems such as ethnic or gender discrimination. It can be used to replace opinions with facts and to settle debates with data analysis. For example, issues of gender and income. Because family pattern, women as group have participated less in the labor force, and many only begin outside the home after completing certain child rearing tasks. The conclusion, yeah. In quantitative data analysis, we classify features, count them, and construct more complex statistical models in an attempt to explain what is observed. So findings can be generalized to a larger population, and direct comparisons can be made between two corpora, so long as valid sampling and significant techniques have been used. Thus, quantitative analysis allows us to discover which phenomena are likely to be reflections of the behavior of a larger language or variety, and which are merely chance occurrences. Okay, this is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.